The secret of getting ahead is getting started. Mark Twain. I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed. Michael Jordan. Don't limit yourself. Many people limit themselves to what they think they can do. You can go as far as your mind lets you. What you believe, remember, you can achieve. Mary Kay Ash. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. Chinese proverb, only the paranoid survives. Andy Grove. It's hard to beat a person who never gives up. Babe Ruth. I wake up every morning and think to myself, how far can I push this company in the next 24 hours? Leah Busk. If people are doubting how far you can go, go so far that you can't hear them anymore. Michelle Ruiz. We need to accept that we won't always make the right decisions, that we'll screw up royally sometimes, understanding that failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of success. Ariana Huffington. The secret of getting ahead is getting started. Mark Twain. The only impossible journey is the one you never begin. Tony Robbins. The best way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. Walt Disney. When you know what you want and want it bad enough, you'll find a way to get it. Jim Rohn. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you have imagined. Henry David Thoreau. Take action. An inch of movement will bring you closer to your goals than a mile of intention. Steve Maraboli. Never let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game. Babe Ruth. Knowing is not enough. We must apply. Wishing is not enough. We must do. Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. Don't be afraid to give up the good. For the great John D. Rockefeller. If you genuinely want something, don't wait for it. Teach yourself to be impatient. Gerbaix Chahal. The most difficult thing is the decision to act. The rest is merely tenacity. Amelia Earhart. Decide what you want. Believe you can have it. Believe you deserve it, and believe it's possible for you. Jack Canfield. I believe that the only courage anybody ever needs is the courage to follow your dreams. Oprah Winfrey. Whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Napoleon Hill. The only limit to our realization of tomorrow will be our doubts of today. Franklin D. Roosevelt. If you can dream it, you can achieve it. You will get all you want in life if you help enough other people get what they want. Zig Ziglar. Whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right. Henry Ford. Magic is believing in yourself. If you can do that, you can make anything happen. Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. Believe in yourself. You are braver than you think, more talented than you know, and capable of more than you imagine. Roy D. Bennett. There are no limits to what you can accomplish, except the limits you place on your own thinking. Brian Tracy. All our dreams will come true if we have the courage to pursue them. Walt Disney. We generate fears while we sit. We overcome them by action. Dr. Henry Link. Too many of us are not living our dreams because we are living our fears. Les Brown. I have learned over the years that when one's mind is made up, this diminishes fear. Rosa Parks. Don't wish it were easier, wish you were better. Jim Rohn. Always bear in mind that your own resolution to success is more important than any other one thing. Abraham Lincoln. I find that the harder I work, the more luck I seem to have. Thomas Jefferson. I never dreamed about success. I worked for it. Estee Lauder. For every reason it's not possible, there are hundreds of people who have faced the same circumstances and succeeded. Jack Canfield. Success is walking from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm. Winston Churchill. I attribute my success to this. I never gave or took any excuse. Florence Nightingale. Success usually comes to those who are too busy to be looking for it. Henry David Thoreau. Today's accomplishments were yesterday's impossibilities. Robert H. Schuller. If you look really closely, most overnight successes took a long time. Steve Jobs. When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breed, then you'll be successful. Eric Thomas. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Confucius. You will face many defeats in life, but never let yourself be defeated. Maya Angelou. You may be disappointed if you fail, but you are doomed if you don't try. Beverly Sills. Failure will never overtake me if my determination to succeed is strong enough. Ogmondi. No, you learn more from failure than from success. Don't let it stop you. Failure builds character. It's not whether you get knocked down, it's whether you get up. Vince Lombardi. It's during our darkest moments that we must focus to see the light. Aristotle. Many of life's failures are people who did not realize how close they were to success when they gave up. Thomas A. Edison. What you lack in talent can be made up with desire, hustle, and giving 110% all the time. Don Zimmer. Don't let what you cannot do interfere with what you can do. John Wooden. Nothing is impossible. The world itself says, I'm possible. Audrey Hepburn. The question isn't who is going to let me, it's who is going to stop me. Ayn Rand. Winning isn't everything, but wanting to win is. Vince Lombardi. It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. Confucius. When everything seems to be going against you, remember that the airplane takes off against the wind, not with it. Henry Ford. I alone cannot change the world, but I can cast a stone across the water to create many ripples. Mother Teresa.